Hey, so this is SketchUp, and I was working on something for a friend of mine so that when he says, hey, yeah, go ahead, I'll have most of it done already. And then I thought, this would be a good video to create. I don't know how the SketchUp in the browser works. I know that it's free though, but SketchUp Pro is pretty inexpensive compared to like renting Chief unless you're grandfathered in. But the thing that's really cool about SketchUp is you draw every piece and then you repeat those pieces and they're exact. So if you know how to build something, you can digitally frame it. Like these are 2x6 girts. See that? You can digitally frame it. What I did here was I've used an extension. Check this out. Turn on X-ray mode. All the rebar and everything that's in here, and it looks to me like 8 feet wide is too wide. I reinforced the concrete where he's going to be driving in. I don't know if this is going to even be an auto working shop, but I want to make sure he has that option because he's a woodworker. But if I told him, I said, man, dude, it'd be really awesome if you had a lift in here. He wants that monitor style. So I was messing around trying to figure out how to design the truss, and then I thought, this might be good for just showing people some tricks. I'm not an expert by any means, but and I'm using Loom, so it's going to cut out all the when I say it's going to cut that out. It's kind of cool. So here's one thing I do. This is from CAD 101 when you're brand new starting is okay, so man, this doesn't show you the buttons I'm pushing. What this shows you is draw one side and then mirror it over. And the way that I do that, I'll draw a flat surface, hit the letter Q. Let's see, which way do I want to go? Like that? Yep. I clicked at the corner, then I move the mouse over, click on this edge, lift it up, type in 90, enter. Now I'm vertical 90. And then I'm going to move this to the center right there. And then I'm going to move it and I'm going to lock the green or yellow or whatever that color is, probably green. And I'll put it like back here somewhere. So now, if I wanted to maintain this, I'm not going to do this, but I'll show it to you. Hit this and then press. I don't use the buttons over here too often. I have a Stream Deck. Flip, and then you go option, so it makes the plus, and then just click here. And what it did was it took a copy of this and it mirrored it along the center line and it stuck it over here. So that's how the flip command and the flip plus command works. But if you have a Stream Deck or Stream Deck Mobile, you can assign one button push for that. And I set it up to be flip plus every time. So let's think about this. These would be mono trusses up against this. This would be a girder. And I have it drawn as a 4-ply girder. And this is just a copy of this bottom one. So that's no good. Let's do this. Move. That's the letter M to there. Then I'm going to use Medic Trim, which is, here, let me just show you. Extension, Medic Project, Trim, boom, boom. So I cut that off. And I'm going to go, let's see, what can we do with this? I need to go up 3.5, don't I? Move. Lock it in that direction, 3.5. That's just me bumping my head into the microphone. Yeah, see, that's still not right. Let me grab, let's just make one really quick. rectangle. I always draw it really like skinny and long at the same time, so that when I look down to the bottom right where it says dimensions, I can see which way is which. And so the first number is long enough for sure, because we're going to cut it back, so I can hit comma, and then I want 1.5, and that I'll lift that up, and that'll be like 3.5, I guess. G, move, and then I need to move that up another 1/4 inch. Different truss companies do different things, but most of the trusses I've worked with, their bottom chord has a 1/4 inch. It comes up a 1/4 inch square and then starts the angle. Now I'm going to move this way, and we will Medic trim that little piece. It's sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Medic trim. Well, okay, so there's another way to do this. Draw a line across here. Push pull through the back. There, it's gone. And then I wonder if it'll extend this piece. No, it won't. Okay. Move. There's that. Now I can go there, go up. Okay. I'm going to cut this off. Yeah, I gotta be way out there for that to work. We would go extend. Oh, that's lame. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now we can extend. Okay. So they would come with a tail similar to this, or who knows, however they would build it. Let's just build this mono right here. Let's go rectangle, 3.5, comma, enter. The only reason I did comma was because it was already 1.5 inches thick. You'll get really used to looking down there. Always group everything. And then we're going to use extend. And this will have an overhang of some kind. I don't know what it is yet. Usually truss companies will send you out 24-inch overhang tails. And then you can cut them to whatever you like. Let's do this. P24. Wow, I got that pretty close. Let's make it 22.5. So we'll go back 1.5. And then we'll do Medique trim. Then we'll get rid of this. So now that's the tail. And you put a 2x out here. And then you got a 24-inch overhang. I have no idea how this would even be built. I would assume, this isn't a really big span, but I would assume they're going to go with like a angle web here. And maybe a vertical or maybe a angle back. I don't know. Let's just throw that in there. Let's go move plus. Let's use Q. Something like that. Medique trim. Medique trim. Okay. Maybe that works. I don't know. I am not that guy. Let's do that. Medique trim. So you can see how slow this can get. Oh, are you kidding me? I thought I hit Medique plus or move plus. That's easy fix. Okay. Medique trim. And Medique trim. All right. So I'm sure they have plates in the spaghetti warehouse. M plus. Let's just do it that way. Let's see how far that is. D. So it's almost 8 feet. Huh. Okay. M plus. Yeah, this is probably not how it would be drawn. I stick frame, so I don't know trusses as well. I don't even know. I guess you could go with one of these instead of two. G. There we go. There's a monotruss. And I'll use a guide to make sure I get centered. I could do it, let's see, 20, it'd be 23.25. And then this one would be 2 feet on, oh, come on. And then this one would be 24. Enter. We're going to do like 9x, enter. Oh, see, I didn't do enough. M plus 24, 2x, enter. That's weird. Oh, I know why. Because it's the length is over the post, and we've come out 1.5 inches on both, so that'll be a 3-inch difference. Well, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say, let's just order another one. I don't know what they cost. There you go. So there's those trusses. And what I'm going to do is grab that, and that. Group them temporarily. Hit the flip plus command, boom. And there's the other side. And then now I know where this bottom cord's going to go. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do, let's see if it'll do it from this far away. Oh, yes. Nice. Huh. Yeah, let's just kind of get a, before I get too carried away. I'm going to shoot him a text with this picture. But okay, so some of the things I did here after I got the foundation in, and I can tell right now I made those 8 feet to the center. How far is that? Let's go 12 inches. Let's grab this one, move it 12 inches. That's better. I started with pressure treated 2x12 right here. And you have to label all this. SketchUp is just solid objects until you tag them. And then I took the, what is that called? I keep forgetting. It's the letter T, okay? And then I just went up 24 to the center. And then from here, 24 guides. That's what it's called. So anyways, so everything here from the bottom up is 24-inch on center to the center of each girt. And the cool thing about the way we do this up here, we have timbers that are, they're called 3x12 instead of 2x12. And so they're 2.5 inches thick. And you can inlay in the post 1 inch all the way around. And then when you put the 3x in there, it sticks out 1.5 inches, which matches this exactly. And it just makes it really solid. I'm looking at this going, man, this is going to be cool. I haven't drawn this as a girder yet. I'm sure this will have like double 2x4s in on each ply. And then a bunch of however they do it. Do a vertical here and then an angle, then a vertical. However, I don't know. I'll go look at some pictures online. But yeah, you get these girders in, and if the pitch is what you want, this is a 5 and 12. This would be quite a tough little building. And if this was the case, these are 16-foot posts. Might even just to have it, probably not needed, because you could just frame this with some vertical stuff. But I would like it to be like that if it was me. Oh, and I would have to only notch 1. There we go. Yeah. I don't know if they, well, I mean, sure, you could get that post that long, but over time that thing's gonna, it's gonna want to twist on you. But the other thing, these posts are not buried down in the ground. So there's going to have to be some kind of shear wall or some kind of either cables with turnbuckles or something just to keep this from racking back and forth, even though there's all this. And it would be through bolt, carriage bolt, lag bolt, all that. It's still going to be a little shaky. So there's that. I really didn't show much, just as you draw these, like these are probably unlabeled, right? Let's explode that, yeah. They're probably untagged. So I'm going to create a tag. Let's do 2490. This is all stick framing. Let's go to 2522. 2522 mono truss. And then grab it, click the little flag. Oh yeah, this will be fast. We're going to grab all these. Then we're going to grab that flag. And then we're going to hit it one time. Then we're going to go check. Yep, okay. Do the same thing here. If I was to have these blocked or grouped and I did the tagging, I don't know if it tags through to each individual. And it would also tag these girders, which is weird. So we'll do this, do this, do this. So now what's cool is you can set up a scene. You could actually technically build this thing. So you would start your scene with the first thing that would come up would be these sonotube items. And I have Simpson embedded, but if you watch RR Builder out of, I think he's in Illinois, I'm not sure. He's been using these other types. I'll have to see if I can find it. I saw it the other day. Post base, I think. It's a company that makes aftermarket ones where they have flanges that come out each side, and then you can bolt them down to the concrete. And he was using those on a really big build. Yeah, like this here, Perma. Here you go, Perma. This happens to be the one where you can run 3 2x6s vertically. But yeah, I would definitely want to try these out. They look pretty cool. So there you go. SketchUp's pretty cool. The good thing about SketchUp is you can draw it exactly to real world sizes, and then you can test different combinations of things. You can go, well, is this going to work, or does this look stupid, or how expensive is this going to be because I'm trying to make something happen here and they're going to have to go to steel, or whatever. You can, it doesn't do any calculations, but you can visualize it. So if you have any experience in the trades and framing, you'll look at it and you can kind of tell if it's right or not just by looking at it. You'll be like, no, nobody's going to do that. I do get a lot of pushback from people that they're very set in their ways, and they're conditioned that speed is the only thing that matters. And when you bid low and you have to go fast, it puts pressure on your character. Yes, I would like that. Thank you. Look at that. She stopped by to see if I wanted hot tea. Isn't that awesome?